What's going on, guys? DLegend here. Today we have another PSA return video. It feels like every video I do these days has some sort of PSA content related to it, but that's where we are right now. So we have a brand new submission or return that just came back from PSA today. Today is January 9th, 2024. Let's get right into it. This is part of the bulk TCG submission that we submitted back in November of 2023, so it's been just under, I'd say it's 6 weeks or so, essentially, since we got these back, or since we submitted them. And yeah, I'm excited to go over all of them and see how we did overall. I think we had 46 cards in this submission, no upcharges for once, which is nice. And yeah, what else do I have to tell you? Came back really quick, like I said, so excited about that. But I did take a peek at the grades, but I didn't take a look at the cards themselves. So let's do that here and go from there. So we have a Pikachu with gray felt hat to begin with, PSA 10, nice card. I think these were going for around 400 at one point, or currently maybe even. I do want one of these eventually. I just don't want to pay PSA 10 price for them. I'd rather grade my own and just keep it for my personal collection. It's a cool card, but there's so many of them, right? So it's not that big a deal to me. Next up, we have an Espeon from the Fusion Strike 3-pack blister. Cool for any EV or Evolution collector. These are both for disco games. So look out if you guys want some of his cards. They are potentially for sale on his page. Another Espeon, another PSA 10. Next up, we have a Squirtle, PSA 9 from the Pokemon Center Pokemon 151 pre-order. I don't know what you had to pre-order to get this one specifically, because I'm pretty sure there was a Charmander and a Bulbasaur as well, but I think you had to order specific items to get them. So next up, another Squirtle. This one is just off-centered, I think, right to left, so that's probably why I got a 9. Same with that other copy. This one is another Pikachu with gray felt hat. This one got a 9. So potentially a little harsh here. Maybe not, maybe just centering bottom to top, I don't know. I don't really see any major issues with it, so probably that's what it was, but this grader seemed to be pretty harsh overall, guys, I'm not gonna lie. Ruby Carbuncle, PSA 9. These are not in order whatsoever. So this is for Obelisk Blue. All the Crystal Beasts are for Obelisk Blue. This one's just ever so slightly off-center top to bottom, but I honestly think that another grader could have given this a 10, so that's why I submitted it for him on his behalf. So, unlucky there. Next up, another Pokemon card, another Squirtle, but this one is a PSA 10, so that's awesome. This one has like the exact same centering as the other two copies, so I don't know why those ones got 9s versus this one, but that's the way she goes sometimes. And again, maybe with a potentially nicer grader, we would have been able to get more 10s on some of these cards. Tapu Bulu GX, PSA 9 from Hidden Fates. Nice looking gold rare card. Tapu Bulu is a legendary, right? You guys let me know. I don't know anything about that era of Pokemon, really. Guardian Dreadscythe. This one, ooh, looks like there's like a, is it just a scratch on the case? Yeah, it looks like it's just a scratch on the case. Can probably get that off with some what's it called, Plasti Dip? No, not Plasti Dip. Plasti Clean, or whatever it's called. But really nice hollow bleed on this card. I'm assuming just top to bottom centering is the only real issue, because these were minty when I got them from Obelisk Blue. Another Ruby Carbuncle. This one got an 8. So I think honestly all the centering was the issue for these, but again, this one wasn't that much worse than the other copy, and this one got an 8. So again, these are all pack fresh. I'm not sure why it got an 8, but unlucky there. Next up, Crystal Beast Emerald Tortoise, a 9. Again, this one's centered well enough in my humble opinion and with my experience grading to have potentially gotten a 10, so that's why I submitted it. Like, it is slightly off-centered top to bottom and right to left, but it's really not that bad. Like, it could easily pass as a PSA 10 centering, because it's 60/40. That's the only requirement for centering. So I don't know if there's anything wrong with these cards, but I don't think so, because again, I packed them myself I submitted them myself. I don't know what the issue is, but they just didn't like our cards. Amber Mammoth, PSA 9. This one's actually really well centered. Like, these are really hard to find in good condition and good centering, and these are really hard to find in general from Force of the Breaker, so definitely a short printed common. This one's a PSA 8 Amber Mammoth. Wow, that's harsh. Again, nothing wrong with the card. It's minty. I don't know. That looks like it's just on that little dimple there. It looks like it's on the sleeve, like the back sleeve of the card. I don't see anything wrong with this, but you guys let me know if you catch something that I don't. No, the corners look great. There's no whitening. Another Emerald Tortoise, another 9. So this one looks fine as well. Like, centering wise, looks fantastic to me. Again, harsh grader in my opinion. That looks like it's on the sleeve. We can't catch a break with these commons. Just another 9. And again, I'm sorry, Obelisk Blue. Like, I literally would not have submitted these if I thought they were only going to get 9s. Like, I thought they all had a chance at 10s. Like, they all look really well centered, in my opinion. So, it is what it is. He has an army of these crystal pieces now, though, so that's pretty cool. Another 9. And I honestly, even owning a set in PSA 9 would be really cool. Of one of each would be amazing. Another 9. Are you kidding? And that's like, I think that's the last one. Nope, just kidding. One more. Emerald Tortoise. Another 9. He just hated these cards, or else he has himself an Emerald Tortoise collection, and he's just like, nah. Or she, I guess, could be a she, is like, nah, we're not giving these 9 or 10s because I want to keep the pop low. But yeah, that's the end of that stack. Let's go into the next one here. This one's more Yu-Gi-Oh, so probably, oh, okay, we're at Skill Drain. This is the Lost Art for Dizov. PSA 8, like what? I know that these are susceptible to some scratches or print lines on the foiling, but this one looks clean, man. Please tell me where this is a PSA 8. Someone explain. Like, seriously, explain how that's a PSA 8. This sub we got rocked hard. I genuinely have no clue. This looks like a PSA 10 to me. Not even, like, I don't, even if they got, I don't understand how this got an 8, like, whatsoever. Makes no sense. Exodia Necros, this one looked clean to me too. It did get a 9, unfortunately. But this is an EN print, which is cool because it only comes from Legendary Collections, the binder edition. As well as the, okay, I guess like, there's a print line on the back, so that's somewhat justifiable. You can see like a horizontal print line there. So I mean, that's the only one that actually makes sense so far. But yeah, Legendary Collections and the Pop-Tart packs, the Forbidden Legacy, I believe. No, actually, no, that's only for Metal Raiders, LOB, and Magic Ruler. So I don't know where this printing comes from. Maybe from the glass special editions with the Dark Crisis packs inside. I don't know off the top of my head. Kaiser Glider, Dark Crisis is again another EN copy, and this one got another 9. So maybe another print line on the back somewhere. This one I don't really see it, so y'all let me know what you think. Maybe a freckle of whitening there. If this camera will focus. Like right up there. I don't want to tap my camera because it just screws up the focus for the rest of the video, so. Onwards. Inishi, Shien's Chancellor. I guess it's off-centered right to left, like barely. And bottom to top, like it's shifted slightly. But it's really not that bad. It should be PSA 10 quality in terms of centering. Oh, I guess you can definitely see the Alti stamp there, so that's maybe why. Yeah, like, look at that. Wow. You can see that throughout the card. And some graders really ding you for that. Some of them don't. Like, this could have been a PSA 5 or 6 if the grader hated the Alti imprint. This one looks like another Lost Art or a modern card of some sort. Yeah, Dark Ruler does. You can just tell with the card stock. Like, at least I can, based off how many cards I've looked at and seen and held in my hands and graded. This is a Dark Ruler does 9 Lost Art promo. Again, not quite sure where the 9 came from. I guess maybe left-right centering, but again, I don't know, man. They were pretty harsh with the centering this time around, so that's I couldn't tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Like, look at our tiny stack of 10s versus our 9s. Another 9, Lesser Fiend. Insanity, guys. These Lost Arts are cool, though. I like them a lot. Especially, like, the Dual Monsters GX and 5Ds ones. I don't think there actually have been any 5Ds ones, but... Amber Mammoth, another random Amber Mammoth, 9. Again, I guess the centering right to left, but... No clue. Because they were all pack fresh. Minty cards. Tapu Koko GX. Finally a PSA 10, but it's on modern Pokemon, of course. So, got it the grade it deserved. Amber Mammoth, 9. Looks fine to me. I don't like that they put the sleeve like right only up to there. Like, it makes it look really weird, but the sleeve on the back is like cut short kind of on the top there. Looks really strange. Again, decent centering. Like, you'd think that this could pass for a 10. I guess right to left. This one's probably more often than the other copies, but probably still should have been... Some of them should have been 10s. Like, that's all I'm going to say. Like, this one looks better than the other copy. To me, this one looks like... Oh, it is a PSA 10. That's why. I didn't even look at the grade. I was just looking at the card. Finally, if PSA 10 for you, Obelisk Blue. Amber Mammoth. Very nice. Okay, finally. And that's a pretty rare one, like I said, so cool. Next up, we have a Lorcana card. This is the only one in the submission, I believe. This is my card. And it is Flawless. Pulled it myself. Aladdin Enchanted. Very nice. Big fan of the Enchanteds from Disney Lorcana. If you guys haven't checked out Lorcana, definitely do so. The first chapter is definitely a better set than the second one, in my opinion, but cool to have another PSA 10 Enchanted in my collection. I think I'm 8 for 8 for Enchanted so far. Beast. 4 Elsas, Stitch. This is 7 out of 7, so for PSA 10s, so that's awesome. Really nice card. Happy to have it. And to add to our tiny little stack of 10s. Next up, Umbreon and Darkrai GX. Okay, so this one got an 8, and it's a pretty darn harsh 8 because the card was pretty solid in my opinion. Like, the corners are fine. There's no whitening. Like, they look slightly lifted, I guess. Barely. I wouldn't even call that lifting of the corners or anything like that. Like, maybe a touch right there on the bottom right, but really not sure why this got an 8. I guess centering top to bottom looks weird on the back, and then the top of the front looks slightly off as well. I mean, I don't really know Pokemon centering that well, but I'm assuming that the inner border is the like how they tell for centering. So I guess if you count that, this should probably be a PSA 9 at best. I mean, at worst, in my opinion, because of the centering. So I know Ben was talking about potentially resubbing this, but let me know, Ben, what you think based off that. Next up, another Pikachu with Gray Felt Hat, PSA 10. Very nice card, and pretty expensive card, like I said, so happy for you, Disco. Guardian Dreadseath, again, another copy. This one, another PSA 9. Unfortunate, but really nice Hollow Bleed yet again. This one's, I guess, slightly offset or two top to bottom, so I guess that makes the most sense. And Espeon and Deoxys GX. This one is another card for Ben, and I love the texturing on this card. Looks fantastic. I guess top to bottom centering is the main thing as well for this one. But I don't really see any whitening or like that. There's like a little tiny spot right there, I guess. But I wouldn't even call that whitening. Like, that's just the way the card was printed. So let me know, Ben, if you want to resub this. I really don't know if you can get... I don't know, like, if that centering is that's what's preventing you from getting a 10. So let me know your thoughts on this, because I know you were talking about resubbing for both of those, and I'll keep them together so that... Oh, this one's an 8. I don't know, I put it in the 9 pile. But yeah, let me know on those, Ben. Alright, last little stack of cards here. We have another Inishi, Shan's Chancellor, another PSA 9. Nice card, though. This is definitely from... So it's Glass Ultimate Rare, but I don't know. This must be, he must have gotten all these cards from a Gladiator's Assault Special Edition. Same with the Kaiser Glider and the Dark Exodian Necros. Because where else would you have gotten an Unlim printing of that card? This looks very similar to the Samurai Assault's printings of Strike of Neos, Crimson Crisis, and Storm of Ragnaroks, with the foiling at least. So next up, Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem. Very nice card. I know for sure he pulled this from one of his Turbo Warrior tins, I believe, because he opened up quite a few of those. I think 2 or 3 of them earlier last year, and he got a Gem Mint 10 on this guy, so congrats on that. Centering looks ever so slightly off bottom to top, but not enough to make it a PSA 9, so congrats on that. Beautiful card. And it goes well with your Ancient Gear Golem from TLM. Power Tool Dragon, Gem Mint 10, very nice tin promo. This is definitely nicer than my copy, I'd say, in terms of centering. So congrats on that. Next up, Mew EX, PSA 10. Modern Pokemon, you would kind of expect 10s unless they're extremely off-centered or have something very noticeable. Lunala GX, a PSA 8. Like, that is brutal. I guess centering bottom to top, but like, what in the world gave this an 8 versus a 9 versus a 10? Like, it's a perfectly clean card. So this was a really bad sub, guys. Like, the grader really hated us. And I know that generally speaking, they do have 2 independent graders look at cards, and then you they base the grades off of those. I'm pretty sure that's what I've been told in the past. I don't know about nowadays because there's so many cards being graded that they're probably just trying to streamline it and have one grader look at everything, but I don't know their process. They don't really tell you on their website. It's not super transparent. Shrine of Punishment PSA 10 Hidden Fates. Very cool. You don't see these get graded all that often, I'd say. I don't know enough about Pokemon, but it's a Hidden Fates gold secret rare, so it's got to get graded, right? Why did I put the 8 in the 10 pile? Please tell me. All right, last few cards here. Another PSA 10. Lunala. This one is better than that 8, apparently. I guess centering-wise, you can kind of tell the difference. Like, you guys let me know. Yeah, you can tell that this one has, like, less of a border at the top and more down here. But that's if that's the only thing that made it a PSA 8, that sucks. Like, it should be at least a 9, right? Solgaleo GX Hidden Fates promo. Nice texturing on this one as well. I'm not sure if he's adding these to his personal collection or selling them or what he's doing with them, but very nice cards. And another one, another PSA 10. See, this one's like off-centered too, top to bottom, compared to some of the other cards we've had, like the... Let's just look at this really quick. Really, really quick, just for comparison's sake. Like, I know this one's ever so slightly off, more so than this one, but in terms of, like, overall centering, like, I don't understand. Like, this one probably should be at least a 9 instead of an 8. So, you guys let me know your thoughts on that, too. I know a lot of you guys hate grading these days, and that you just hate PSA as a whole compared to other grading companies, but, yeah. It is what it is. I will continue to be grading with PSA, and I know a lot of my middleman clients and friends will continue to grade with PSA as well. This just happens once in a while where you just don't hit very lucky with your submissions, and it is what it is. You can only do so much. Some of these cards are worth resubbing, some of them are definitely not, in my opinion. But it's cool to get stuff slabbed up if you just want it for your personal collection. And obviously, if you have multiple copies of some cards, you can sell some off once they are graded and then keep some. And then you are basically set. Like, that helps you pay off your value significantly and your costs significantly. So that's my opinion. Like, I still will continue to grade with PSA. Thankfully, no damage to the cards this time around. It doesn't look like after checking through basically everything here. And overall, guys, like, our stack of 10s is not quite our stack of 9s, and then our stack of 8s. But overall, I think we had a 17 card out of 46. So what is that? Let me just really quickly count. 4, 5, 10. Sorry, okay, that was bad counting. 5, 10, 15, 18 cards. Okay, so we have 18 PSA 10s in this pile out of our 46. So let me just grab a calculator really quick and do the math there for you guys if you guys were interested. 18. So we had a 40% gem rate. That's actually not the worst, but again, most of these were modern Pokemon cards that got the gem and 10s, so hurtful on that front because our Yu-Gi-Oh cards did not get much love there. But yeah, and also this is my work phone, by the way, guys. It's not my personal phone. I do use an iPhone. Don't hate on me there. But I will catch you all soon. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. We have another sub going out later this month, and I'm excited to show you guys some of those cards. But really quick, these are some of the cards that are going out in that submission. Yeah, you're seeing that, right? A slightly faded Summon Skull, first edition Metal Raiders, a Red Eyes Black Dragon from LOB, and a Buster Blader from Pharaoh's Servant as well. So awesome cards. Happy to submit these in the near future, and we'll show you guys all the other cards that are being submitted as well. I will catch you all soon. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content, and I will catch you all next time. Peace.